Before we continue, would you mind subscribing to this channel? We've been doing lots of work, engaging with lots of brands and bringing you the best of everything that's available in the market. We cannot otherwise without your support. We need your support to continue to engage with brands and bring the latest and greatest in tech. Additionally, why we ask for your support is because we specifically ask for discounts for our viewers, and they will all be exclusive discounts through My Next Best. So all we ask is to continue to support the channel. This family needs to grow bigger, so we're stronger, better together. So we work with the brands to bring bigger and better discounts for you guys. Thank you so much if you've subscribed. Let's continue. This video is proudly sponsored by Quntis, who pioneer in building lighting solutions for your desktops, for gaming, for study, for office spaces, and various other use cases of lighting requirements. They've been around for over 10 years and they've sold over 3 million products, basically 3 million happy customers. And in this video, we're going to be unboxing one of their niche products. Watch till the end for an exclusive discount available specifically on My Next Best. So without any further ado, let's get started. This is the Quntis curved monitor light bar. It's a versatile lighting solution designed to enhance the user experience while working or gaming at a computer. There's loads of features packed into this device, and in this video we are going to be unraveling this specific item, what's inside the box, and we're going to be looking at the features, we're going to be setting it up, and of course getting a good feel of this product in use. Alright, so this is pretty much how the box comes when you order it from Amazon. And they also have their own website where you can buy. Slightly cheaper than Amazon, in fact. Alright, this is pretty much how the box comes. Quntis is mentioned on the top. Remote control RGB Backlight Light Bar Pro. It did come with some labels, so I had to remove. So if you buy from Amazon, make sure you select the outer box. Okay, so wireless remote does come right out of the box. Flicker-free lighting, CRI 95RA. Now what's CRI? CRI is Color Rendering Index. This is a term used when describing light source. It's a measure of how accurately a light source renders the colors of objects compared to the natural daylight. Now a CRI of 95 is considered very high, indicating that the light source will very accurately reproduce most colors, making it suitable for applications where color accuracy is important, such as art studios, museums, and food preparation areas. Other than that, it's got dual light source design, the RGB backlight, and the Fronlight that supports your lighting requirements. It is of course as well infinitely adjustable using the remote. And here's the picture of the remote. This is pretty much how this device is going to fit onto your screen. I've got a flat screen, but this is primarily aimed at curved screen monitors. We will look at that in just about a bit. Alright, at the bottom you have some more specifications. Effective eye protection, max 0.5 to 8 centimeters, wireless remote, dual light source design, bright vision, and no glare screen. And nothing on the side, nothing on either sides. Turning back. And at the back it shows various different scenarios where different types of monitors can use this specific device. So ordinary screens, something like the one that we're going to be using. Irregular screens, which have the base slightly downwards, it still sort of supports. And the curved screen as well, which it's meant for, of course. Okay, and here you've got some more information. Today Tech UK Limited, that's the UK representation, and some support information, manufacturer, address, based in China, made in China. Support email is support@northland-electronics.com. It's FCCE certified, there's RHS certification, there's UK representation. What else can you ask for? It's fully certified and ready to use. And this is pretty much the model, LI-HY-0212-BK. Color, elegant grey. Power, 7.5 watts. CRI, we've talked about it. Input, 5 volts, 1.5 amperes. USB-C is what it uses. Length, 51 centimeters, 1.67 feet. So we've got a 32-inch screen, which we're going to be using to fit this on, and you'll have a look at how this sets itself up on that big screen. Material, aluminium alloy, PC, ABS plastic. Color temperature 3000K to 6500K. And it also talks a bit about the energy consumption, which is very good. It's pretty much at the top A level, lowest energy consumption. Okay, there's really nothing else around the box. So let's quickly open the box and see what we get inside. So that's quite simple. It didn't have any stickers on the box, so isn't a big deal there. So here's what you get out of the box. Nothing else inside the box, so we're going to get rid of this box. So first up you get these. This is the LED lamp product category. 10 years of experience is what it says. About us. Quntis are a brand who've been around for 10 years and they provide high quality desktop lighting for offices, study spaces, gaming setups and technology and other setup requirements. It looks pretty good. Lots of happy customers, lots of business partners, lots of products sold. So it seems like a very stable brand. Screen monitor lamp series. This is a flat screen and this is pretty much how this lighting setup looks. And at the back, of course, you've got the RGB LED lighting, which is looking so good. Look at that. We would want to replicate this as soon as possible. So eager to do that now. MC201, there are different models, which they have here and explained in some detail. And all of these different channels, which you can use to contact them. And this one's specifically about the remote control battery installation instructions. What does it use? So it uses AA batteries, 3 of them, and it's probably going to be lasting fairly long. And the batteries, of course, come out of the box. And then it sort of kind of explains how you open the back panel to install the batteries. Put the 5-size battery in the correct place according to the positive and negative poles. Master switch, auxiliary light button. At the back, brightness switching, color temperature switching, decrease key, short press, and plus key, short press, and So it does sort of explain the pictures as well. Dark, warm, bright, cold, and power button, and all those other specifications. First up, you get the cable, which is the L-shaped cable. Type C and Type A on the other side. So fairly long cable. Looks like 2 meters at least. 2 meter long cable. Going to keep it onto the side. And what else you have? You've got the back mount, which mounts at the back of your screen. This is quite heavy. Looks like metallic or something. It's got something inside. It's quite heavy. It's got a weight to it. And then it says over here, remove this film. So before installation, you'd have to remove this film. And then it's basically hangs at the back like so in this kind of setup. And then allows for the light installation on here, on this specific frame, on this mount. Looks pretty cool. 3 batteries, of course. And here's the user manual. So it says LED dimmable screen lamp, all these different certifications, anti-glare, and it sort of covers the product introduction, how to use the remote control, installation instructions, pairing, unpairing with the remote, of course, product specification that we've covered, precautions, and all that information in different languages. So let's keep it to the side as well. What else do you have? You get the remote, which has some scratches on. Hopefully it's got a cover on as well. Yes, it does. So we're going to leave it as is for now and turn it around. You've got these options. So lock, unlock. So if I turn it on the left, this guy, I think that's what it said. Let's quickly try and... Right, so turn it on your right to open it. Oops. So it's a bit weird. So if you turn it on your left, it locks. And if you turn it on your right, it unlocks. Whereas on this picture, it suggests unlock on this side and lock on this side. So I'm a bit unsure what's the right way. This is unlock and this is lock, in fact. So a bit of a glitch there, I suppose, but nonetheless, it works, right? Alright, so let's open these batteries and get through with the installation. Okay, you've got the 3 batteries and here's the remote. Let's quickly do the installation of the batteries. And all done. Let's get everything back in its place. And this is the way to lock it. It's all turned on. And it's got some LEDs as well, which is pretty cool. On and off button here. I would just keep it as is for now. It does need to be paired with the light. This is really cool. This remote looks pretty good. I'll probably be using a double-sided tape over here and sticking it somewhere on the desk just for easy access. Otherwise these things can be lost. But yeah, it does look really cool. With the power button on, it's got these nice and subtle LED lights that turn on. And then you can adjust the brightness with these plus and minus buttons. You can switch from warm white to natural light and so on. Pretty cool. Remove this film. It's got a film on the top, of course. We're going to leave it as is because it might obviously catch some scratches. So we leave it as is. Good to have a film on the top. And let's look at the light itself. So here's the light. And let's get it out of the box. Wow, that looks pretty cool. How's that for a light? It's really cool. And you can see some strip lights inside on the side as well already. This is probably the back part. And this is the front. And it's got the Quntis branding over here, as you can see. Quntis on this side. You've got some text, which has got the address of the manufacturer in China. And you've got the Type-C port at the back. And these two strips of the RGB LED light. On here you've got the certifications. It says LED screen linear, pretty much repeated over here. Certifications, made in China, and all that sort of stuff. Very well built. Maybe this is plastic. Looks very metallic. And the Type-C port looks nice and good. And on these corners, it's all plastic. So as you can just see, what they've done is they've basically got a big strip of LED inside, which is covered by this plastic cover. And you've got this whole body, which is plastic. And at the top, edges are basically closed off by these lids. Same as the front, they've got LED strip lights over here, probably inside. It doesn't show up here, but these are the RGB ones that have been installed in this cylindrical compartment. Pretty simple, yet elegant. Alright, so that's everything that you get out of the box. Alright, so let's go ahead with the installation on the desktop and get this bad boy in action. Okay, so what you're seeing here is the light that I've been using for years and years. This is the one that I've been using for a while. It does work really well. There was this remote that I've had several years, in fact, and I'm getting rid of it. So if you click on this power button here, it will turn on when you press this button. It did have the different settings to turn warm or white light. So you can obviously set up the intensity as well of the light. So this is what I've been using for so many years, and today I am going to be dismantling this. I'm so happy about it because it's a bit of a mess with managing the remote. I actually stuck it at the bottom of the screen, which I have removed just now, so I'm so happy about it. I really like this remote. This concept is really cool, even if there's batteries inside. Surely these batteries are going to last fairly long. Even if it does 6 months, I'm perfectly fine with that. I've got rechargeable batteries and I can swap those when needed. So this concept is really cool. Pressing this button here turns on the LEDs and stuff, which is pretty cool. And you can toggle between different types and turn it off when it's not needed. And to just give you some perspective, what I've got here is a Logitech camera as well at the top. So I would have to make way for the light and the camera. That's going to be quite interesting to do. Full swap here. Alright, time to get rolling. So here's the area that we'd be using. Let me turn all the lights on to give you a better perspective. And a tripod stand should do the job, hopefully. Slightly longer to give you better lighting conditions. I've got all the lights turned on now. Hopefully that's visible. Okay, now time to install. I would have to get all the cuffs up in the right sense. It's a cold day today. Obviously we have to bear with the cold while we are doing the installation. So Quntis LED light here, and you've got the back part, which is the heavy part, which would sit at the back. So if I was to install it like this, and the Quntis sits in the front next to the camera, that could possibly do the job, but I want the camera to be in the middle, right? So maybe I will install it on just about on the side, or let's just sort of explore all the different options that might be available. First of all, let's do the wiring. So here's your Type-C cable. We've got a port on the other screen which we are going to be using, but I don't want to use all of this cable, so I'm going to shorten the size. It's a Type-C on here and a Type-A over here, so that should be fine. I don't need the remote to be stuck in anywhere, which is pretty handy, pretty useful. And this is now nice and tight. Hangs by at the back. Maybe make it shorter, because there's a port at the back which would be used in this scenario. So hopefully this is good enough. Maybe an inch shorter, this much. And I'm going to just quickly tie it up using the black cable tie that came. And this is probably like a meter now. I've reduced by 1 full meter. And now I'm going to drop this part over here and the top part over here. So the camera is here and the cable would come through here. And this guy's going to hang like this. And the light, oops, it was about to fall. So what about the light? The light would take its own weight. Actually, I have to take the Type-C cable out first. And now this guy is going to be stuck at the back. So that's installed. But is it correctly installed? Probably not. Oh, there's a bit of an adjustment on here, which is pretty cool actually. See, if you see here, there's a tiny bit of adjustment as well that it allows, which is pretty cool. So you can obviously work with that. I'm just trying to see if I need to turn it around. Maybe I do, maybe not actually. This brand is over here, so that should be all right. And if it was to hang like so, the back LED faces the wall. Yeah, it does. And now let me actually connect the cable. The Type-C cable should go in this direction actually. So let me give it a little push. Yep, it's connected now. And let's hang it by the desk. That's it. The camera does come in the way, so I'm just gonna wanna try and see what best we can do about it. That's how it is gonna be installed. And maybe if I get the camera installed, how am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? That's going to be a bit hard for me. Maybe not if I just hang it by on top of this light, just on top. Maybe if I go on the top. So I also tied this camera. If it goes on the top, how does it work? Like so. No, probably not. Yeah, I've got on this camera I've got a little thread. If I go in like this, what I might do is I might actually stick the back part of the camera with the back of the light. And now we've got a good installation going, which has the light facing downwards and the camera is actually on top of the light, which looks pretty cool. So I'm going to just quickly put it onto the center of the screen. That's the center. It doesn't protrude anywhere outwards, etc. Actually, it's got some more room here, over here on this. How do you do that? Oh yeah. Okay. So the camera is good. It should be able to handle more. In fact, let's see what we can do with this. Yep, that's pretty cool. That looks cool. Let me wipe the camera, and I'll also show you how this turns on and how the camera looks and stuff. It's all going to be exciting. Okay, so I think I have done my installation now. It's in a very good shape and state. I do need to fix the camera at the back, which should give you a much better perspective of how this is installed. It's going to be installed. Right now it is installed. I will have to do a little bit of cabling. I do also want to remove this light, which is also stuck up in another.
One eternity later, 2,000 years later.
Got it. Let's just put the cable straight in there and nearly there, hopefully. Yep, that's it. So it's all connected now. And I'm going to get rid of this old light. It's done its job for like 3 years now. This is going to be gone now. I'm so happy about it. Okay, so the LED light's now turned on. It's all connected. It's not turned on, of course. but it's going to be turned on momentarily. Are you guys ready? I'm going to use the remote. Here's the remote, and hopefully you have the remote in frame. And oh, actually, look at that. The RGB light has already turned on. Wow, looks pretty cool. Let's just turn the light on as well with this remote, okay? And okay, it can actually turn on. Oh, it did actually. Oh yeah, it did turn on. It's already turned on. Let me show you that. Now, if you see that, and here's the remote. Let me go. Okay. So what are we trying to say? Why is this light not working? Is it working? It's not as bright, is what I realise. It's all dark. So as you turn it on, here, let me actually turn off all the lights. I'm going to turn off all the lights, and then I'm going to use the remote. That's the light that's turned on just now. It's given me good lighting on the desk as well, which is pretty cool. Turning it off using the remote. So it didn't turn off the light. Yep. Oh, you have to press it. Hold on to the button. I think that's what's meant to be done. Turn it on, turn it off. Oh, okay. So here's the thing. What I've realized is that the remote needs to be very close to the light. Only then it works. One thing's great about this item is that there's no glare on yourself. So if I'm working in the office setting, I don't see the glare of the light. It's actually on the screen, like right now, with no lights turned on. It's a bit of a faff. And when I turn the light on, it's, yeah, there's a difference. Of course, there's a difference. And if I wanted to go with warm white, it does take a while. I think there is a bit of a lag. Yeah, there seems to be a tiny bit of lag with how it interacts with the remote. So I might have to look at how you set up the warm white or natural white light. That's something I might be missing here. So the one at the bottom is essentially the one that adjusts the RGB at the back. So if I press and hold, it turns off. And when I press it once, it can just get stuck to one light. And when I press it again, how does it toggle between different lights? This is the toggle. So you have to keep pressing and then you get to the toggle at the end. And if I was to increase the brightness of this light, the one that's turned on at the moment, give me many options, does it? Okay, turn it off, turn it on. How bright can it be? Okay, this is the lowest brightness, and this is probably the highest brightness of this screen. Let's turn it off. It's not as bright as I thought, but one thing that I see, and it's probably very good, is that it's not as bright as all the other different lights. The one that I was using was really, really bright. This one isn't. So if I was to just go straight on to the camera, let's quickly have a check on this. Of course, I'm using... Okay, so I might just want to adjust the camera here. And what camera am I using here? Okay, this is the normal camera, and this is my Logitech camera, which looks pretty cool, nice and clean. And if I was to maybe focus on my face, then this light's to be turned a little bit more, and that gives me a very good view of the camera. Okay, I am here now on the screen, of course, as you might see. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. In fact, I see no problems at all with this setting. I do see a bit of a deflection on the left, I suppose. That's something I need to fix. The other light that I've used in the past, that used to be quite glary for me. But no, this one isn't. This one certainly isn't as glary as the one that I've previously used. Yeah, so it looks pretty cool. And again, let me just turn this guy a little bit downwards, just to give you a better perspective of how this might look. Oops. Yeah, a bit of adjustment. If I was to just put it specifically on the screen and nowhere else. The back's obviously the RGB light, and probably this is the best setting for me. A little bit of a strip of the light and the RGB at the back. That looks pretty cool. And the front, of course, gives me good view of the screen. And yeah, no complaints at all. It looks pretty cool, pretty niche, pretty neat. And of course, if I was to do any videos of myself speaking on the camera, I could use this Logitech camera as well. to just sort of show how things are on here. And yeah, it looks pretty dope. I see no problems at all. That's the Quntis LED light, of course. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you've got any questions or queries, please reach out, like this video, share this video, and subscribe to Mon Express. And as always, guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Take care. Cheers. Bye. And that's the Quntis LED video light for you guys. If you've got any questions or queries, please reach out, like this video, share this video, and subscribe to Mon Express. And as always, guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Take care. Cheers. Bye.